I'm sure if you're here on the 5-9 mobile channel, there's a very, very high chance that you love Dokkan Battle and play it a lot. If it's not Dokkan Battle, it's Legends. If it's not Dokkan Battle or Legends, you're just here for the creators. I'm not sure, but that is primarily the reason that you're probably watching this video, right? There are a lot of things that are amazing about Dokkan Battle. There's a lot of things that I don't want to have changed about Dokkan Battle, but that doesn't mean that there's not anything that they can't change. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 things that I think Dokkan Battle should be changing in the near future in order to make the game more playable, more fun, more enjoyable for everybody involved. My name is Vilify and welcome back to the 5-9 mobile channel. Be sure to like this video if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications so you do not miss out when we post daily content like this. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the list. At number 1, I have the elephant in the room, what everybody is expecting me to talk about, and that is the friend system. Now, the friend system is something that absolutely needs to be changed. It has been way too long. This game is 7 years old, and we have not seen any like real changes to the friend system, right? Global has an issue where there's like 4 of the brand new LR on the friends list at a time. Obviously, that's not how many people are putting that as their friend support. It's tough to find just about any supporter, and when you have to go out of your way to ask your friends to put on the new LR, that just goes ahead and shows you that there is a problem with the system overall. Now, I think one of the more practical examples of this is when you are trying to do a specific category stage for Super Battle Road. I'm going to use Time Travelers as an example, right? Now, on Global, that stage just dropped, and probably the most optimal leader that you would want to run is STR Bojack. Now, with STR Bojack, good luck finding someone running STR Bojack as a friend supporter, right? There's just so many better units to run as a leader at this point in time. There's just so many different units that people want to use. Maybe, you know, you have your friend lead set to something else for a different example, but STR Bojack, you're going to have to refresh for a while or ask one of your friends to put him on if you want to use that specific leader in the Extreme Super Battle Road stage for Time Travelers. Now, what Dokkan kind of does to counter this is something that's good, but not great. It could be better, right? They give you what they consider a special friend. So in case for some reason you are new, the special friend is just a basis, like kind of like NPC version. Like, it's not like one that comes from a user, it comes from the system, right? It's not somebody setting it as the friend support. It's just given with you on the stage, like if you're doing an Extreme Z area or something like that. It's just a preset lead that you can use if you can't find one on the friends lead. Now, the problem with this is, sure, you have the unit itself, but it's not link leveled. The equipments aren't perfect, and they aren't set up maybe the way that you'd want them for a specific run, right? Now, especially in the Extreme Super Battle Road setting, where these bosses are hitting really hard, especially on a unit like Bojack, you want full level 10 links because of big bad bosses, right? Big bad bosses on any unit that has it, no matter what, it's going to be the most important link. Because that 25% attack and defense unconditional is just so important, right? It's what separates, you know, Cooler from another unit that might come out, right? Like, so if we look at LR Golden Frieza, who doesn't have big bad bosses, and LR Cooler, who does have big bad bosses, it's just that additional boost, right? But the friend one is only level 5, so you're not going to have that unconditional 25% buff because of the way the friend system is. So if you have to sit there and refresh 100 times to get an STR Bojack with level 10 big bad bosses, therein lies the problem, right? You know, maybe it's another practical example I can think of is physical boot tanks. When you filter it by extreme physical, there's a good chance that you're going to be bombarded by a lot of people running the physical Dragon Ball Super Broly from 4 years ago at this point almost, right? And you know, you're never going to be able to find that physical boot tanks that you want to be able to run like the power absorption stage or Majin Power or something like that. So the proposed fix that I present to you, the most common fix, this is definitely not groundbreaking news here, but a duplication of the unit that you have in your leader slot is 100% the answer here. Now, how we go about that, I would say it consumes friend points. Now, as someone who plays JP Dokkan, I have a lot of these sitting around because I don't have the premium friend summon that happens usually during the anniversary over on Global, right? Where you use 20,000 points, you get a lot of Kais and stuff like that, and that's a very good way to dump the friend points that you've been saving up for a while, right? I don't have that. So in my case, friend points are just sitting there. So why don't you just let me use 500 friend points, or you let me use 150 friend points or 1,000 friend points to duplicate my leader, so that way it's not a problem. It doesn't mean it's rainbowed. It doesn't mean it's automatically level 10 links. It's literally just a copy and paste of however I have the unit set up. It could be an SSR at level 1, and it would just duplicate it the exact same way. I think that's the easiest fix to do for it. Consuming friend points gives you another usage aside from summoning on a friend banner or a premium friend summon, and everybody I think wins, because this way you don't have to depend on other people to kind of get done a run in a specific way that you want to do it, right? I think the whole beauty of Dokkan is you can play the game the way you want. There's not a meta you have to stick by. There's not balance in the game because it's PvE. This isn't a PvP environment where you have to consider how a unit negatively affects the people around you, right? Things can just go crazy. So why don't you let me run 2 of the unit that I summoned for? I think that's okay if you make me pay a price. If it's Baba points, if it's a coin, if it's a like I said, this is just an example. I think friend points is the way to go. I'm not saying coins is good. I'm just spitballing here, right? Maybe it's incredible gems. Maybe it's something. Anything where I could duplicate my friend leader, I think is a healthy way to go about the friend system. So that was my little like 4 or 5 minute rant about the friend system. But let's go ahead and slide into our number 2 spot. So coming in at number 2 is everybody's favorite game mode. I promise you, this is your favorite game mode. You love playing this. You love committing a weekend of your time to playing in this mode and competing. It is everyone's favorite, the one, the only World Tournament. Now, World Tournament, it is a very, very simple fix to make it all the more bearable, right? I think the most unbearable part of World Tournament, and we can all agree on this, is the fact that we have to go through the board. We got to go up and down and chase the units around and stuff like that, and deal with waiting for them to do their moves before you can do yours, and then the opponents are fighting each other 4 or 5 times, and you got to wait for them to do their thing. The sooner we get rid of that, the better. If the board is just gone for prelims, we get 3 fights, and then we do the 1-1-1 up all the way to the end, and then we restart. The run takes, I don't know, 5 to 6 minutes, and we just keep going. So that way, if you want to do like 23 mil, it takes you a couple hours and you're done. It doesn't take you like 9 to 10 hours. I don't know how people usually take it, but usually, so if a tournament starts like Thursday morning or Friday morning, I usually have it done by about Saturday afternoon or so, to where I want to be. I personally just get the unit or get to 30 million and then stop. Going for high ranks these days just is not for me. I can't do it. But maybe I would go a little bit higher if I did not have to mess around with the board the entire time. Now, I think getting rid of the board is the easy fix, but if you don't want to get rid of the board, maybe you let us auto mode through the boards. That way we only have to focus on the fights when they pop up, and it kind of lets us do other things rather than having to fully focus on the game when World Tournament's going on, right? Because the rewards at the end of the day just don't feel that worth the time commitment. I like getting the kind of tickets from the missions as well, trying to chase High School Gohan, trying to chase some of the LRs that I'm still missing from the World Tournament banners because I haven't played World Tournament all that much, but you know, that's neither here nor there. The friend system, or not the friend system, the World Tournament board needs to be changed. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we have one less mode to worry about. Some honorable mentions for modes. I think Chain Battle could use a little bit of an overhaul, and I think Peton Battle, as much as people like to complain about it, I think it's fine. I think it gets a little bit of a bad rap, but it's literally like no effort whatsoever, and you just get free stuff. Like, I don't really see the problem with it. Like, if you find setting up bonus units and going into the thing and collecting like, you know, 5 or 6 orbs at a time too hard to work, then just don't do it. I really don't think that mode needs a change personally. So Peton Battle is fine to me, but World Tournament is like really one of the mode in most desperate need of a revamp, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into our number 3 spot. Now, the last thing I would like to change about Dokkan at the moment, this is more of a personal gripe, but it's not really a huge deal. I think this is one that you would want to put on the back burner if we were kind of ranking these in terms of priority. But I'm personally not a fan of the way the power level system works. I personally think it counts way too much for link level 10s. Link level 10s really are a big effort requirement, right? And I do think that is nice that it displays your hard work and your dedication to the game, but I do think that it should be a little bit more than like, I don't remember what the number is off the top of my head, but it's like, I think it's like over 80% is just solely on your link levels. And I think maybe if it was more of like progression to link leveling in general, not just link level 10s, because we all know a unit can just get stuck at 9, right? And there's like, no matter how much dedication and effort you put in, it just doesn't go, right? I don't like the kind of RNG factor that goes in. I think if you do the link leveling runs and you get like those link levels as you're going, I think that should count for something. But again, I do understand the flip side to that. I would say that I'm not coming from a too jaded of a perspective, as my power level is close to 1.7 million. It's nothing too high, but I would say it's a decent amount of effort to get to that point, right? I just think that, you know, maybe completing difficult content like Red Zone should take more into account. If you don't want to change the link leveling way it works, I think that's fine, but I think you should reward more for clearing these unique quests and these difficult challenges and unlocking different stuff like that. Like maybe if you get a super hard to get title, you get more points for unlocking that title, or you get more points for clearing a stage with no items, you get like an additional 50 or something like that on the unique completion that you get. I think hidden potential nodes are perfect. I don't think power level should be indicative of the amount of summoning you do. I think that's good. But I do think that the work you put in and the difficult stuff you complete, I think should also take into account. I don't think that's too spicy, and I don't think there's any, because at the end of the day, it's like, it is just power level, and it's not a big deal, I think, to say, like, I think it should be a little bit different, and I think my power level is high enough, and I've put enough playing time into this game to say that I can at least make a comment on the matter and say that I think it could be due for a bit of a change, I think. But that was 3 things that I think Dokkan should change in the near future. Let me know what you guys think. Would you change all the things that I changed? Do you think I am completely wrong? Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below. But I've had a great time making this list for you today. My name has been Vilify, and you've been watching the 5-9 Mobile channel. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy today's video, and subscribe if you are new around here. Also, turn on notifications so you do not miss out on any of the Dokkan content we post here. If you're into Dragon Ball Legends, we cover that as well. But that's all I got for you today. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. I'm out.